Good evening, guys. How are you? Alex Angelo, spiritual guide and a professional massage therapist with you. I know that I haven't been online for a while, and it was because I was really busy. Just my schedule was busy, and I was going through a lot of things in a good way. Actually, I was having a lot of new projects, and I decided that I'd rather come back to you with all those new projects, with this new explanation of the tarot cards, and of course, in this video blogs, we are continuing to explore the tarot cards and its beneficial powers. So, as I tried to explain to you earlier in my other videos, I'm trying to take actually quite scientific steps towards discovering the manifestation and the benefits of the tarot cards and its effect on our spiritual world and in our materialistic world. So basically, I believe that in my last video, I tried to give you a brief information about the tarot cards, and then I promise you I'm going to give you all this information about the major arcana and the smaller arcana. But I've decided actually to change a little bit my way after having gone through a lot of different tarot reading videos, tarot consultation videos of my companions, and also after having spoken to my dear clients that I've been working with over months and years, some of them with, I've come to the conclusion that the best way is actually to somehow introduce the tarot cards to you would be by practice. In other words, to say, today I'm going to be using the chakra stones or the crystals for interpretation of the tarot cards. So what we're going to do is, like today, I'm going to be actually picking up 3 cards on certain subject. For example, today we're going to focus on the personal life. So this reading is for everyone who's now having personal life issues going on. So in this reading, I'll be trying to give you as much information as possible about ongoing issues. So what I want you to do after this small explanation, I want you to close your eyes, imagine yourselves in a really nice spot, the spot that you love being. This could be a small spot from your childhood. This could be some kind of forest, some kind of field, garden, anything that you're very familiar with, or some other place that you always felt happy. Whether it's a nostalgic place from your childhood, whether it's your imaginary place, or anything else. The only thing that really matters in this at this point is like your state of mind. You have to imagine yourself in a place that gives you the positive vibes, that puts you in a calm state of mind. And right after that, you close your eyes and you imagine your partner, if the issue is going on with your partner, standing right in front of you, and mentally, with closed eyes, ask him what he wants to tell you. Let me explain why this is important right at the beginning of every reading, is because you are literally trying to connect his informative pole. In other words, is that you're trying to connect with him spiritually, connect his subconscious to be able to know his intentions or his answers towards you. So, as I have always said at the beginning of all my videos, tarot is the most likely prognosis of ongoing situation or the consequences of ongoing situations. So please don't take it like a must. The conclusion of the reading shouldn't be a must. The conclusion of reading must be something to make you focus on, to think about it, and to improve the ongoing situation. In other words, to say if you're having an issue with your beloved one, with your partner, then tarot can be a great tool, a great advisor, telling you where that issue is exactly, if you can't put your finger on, and what to do in order to improve that issue, what to do in order to sort that issue out, to be able actually to have again peaceful relationship with your partner. For those people, for those of you who don't have a partner, what I would suggest you to do is just do the same procedure as I described earlier. You close your eyes, you imagine yourself in a beautiful space, beautiful place where you love being, or your favorite spot. It could be a park or anything else. Just imagine yourself there standing, and imagine yourself standing right in front of you, another of yourself. So you close your eyes and you look at yourself at this point in your imaginary way, and you ask yourself, what do you want to tell me? At this point, what you're doing is that you're connecting your own intuition and your subconscious, which is deep down digged under our conscious and rational and thoughts. So at this point, your subconscious, or in other words to say, your intuition is going to be able actually to give you the answers that you want to get. So as I said earlier, in today's video, we are going to do a small personal life, let's say that consultation reading. So I'm just going to choose three stones, the three crystals, and I'm gonna put each one of them on top of one card after I shuffle the card, and I'm gonna ask you to put all your focus when you're trying to make your choice. And once the choice is made, you can actually move forward the video and watch the answer. So guys, right now I shuffled my cards, I concentrated, and before that I meditated for a few minutes. So right now we have three cards in here with three crystals on top of it, on top of each card. So the first crystal right here is actually the amethyst, and now your purpose is actually to focus on these three cards, thinking and going through your own, let's say, ongoing situation. As I told you, I'll try to explain all the interpretation of the cards, and for the single people as well as for the partner ones. So as I told you before, you have to concentrate, focus, do the first step procedure that I told you to do. Close your eyes, imagine yourself with your partner or with yourself in a beautiful place, like in a nostalgically positive place that's going to put you in a very peaceful state of mind, and then make a choice. So if you made a choice, we can start. Again, you can pause it, and you can take as long time as you need in order just to connect with your soulmate or with yourself, and then go for it. I'm gonna give you another 5 seconds now of silence so that you can concentrate and make your choice. So let's go. The first card, the people who chose the amethyst, the violet color crystal, one of the most beautiful crystals and one of my most favorite ones. So what do we have over here? The personal situation. Okay, very nice card and very positive actually. The 9 of Cups. So the card is saying that actually your situation seems to be quite fulfilled and quite rich. Your love life seems to be quite rich, and you seem to be quite happy with where you are right now. Even though, of course, you're still pursuing some of your achievements and dreams about this personal life. You're trying your best to work on it in order to get it to the next level where you are completely going to have a relationship that you always dreamed about. In other words, to say you're trying to bring your relationship to perfection, even though right now the situation looks really good for you, very positive, the green light ahead. And in other words, to say this card is describing that your situation in terms of your partnership with your partner, your relationship seems to be quite fulfilled, as well as there's a strong exchange of the energy in between you, and probably you are actually both sharing the same or similar type of point of views, life views, dreams, or goals, something that is bringing you together, not only with the feelings, not only let's say that on the emotional level, but also on the level of your dreams and achievements. Maybe this could be a couple that has some goals together. This could be a couple that got together and they figured out that they actually have the same interests, the same hobbies, and they decided to work together on their relationship to get them to the next level. We're talking about the couple that achieved everything by itself. So this was the little bit of information about the couple people, about the partner people. When it comes to single people, the solid people. So this card is saying that right now you might be in a state of mind where you're quite happy with yourself, where you're quite happy with being complete by yourself, and you're just emotionally can feel so fulfilled that maybe you don't even need anyone right now in your life. You feel like your life is going right down the right path. You feel like you're achieving your goals. You feel let's say that completed. You feel confident. And this card is also saying that you are more somehow focused on probably achieving your own goals in your chosen solitude rather than being in a partnership with someone. This card, when it comes out for the single people, may show that the person who does not have a partner is quite mature in terms of his psychological state of mind. He's already achieved certain things in his life, and now he is just looking for this perfect relationship that can be, let's say that can be like, that can be an addition to his life, not like a completion of his life, but an addition to his life, which is, to my mind, actually one of the best positions in terms of the healthy relationship. So if you're single, this card say that you may actually you might be quite self-supported, quite confident person, a person who's achieved already certain things in his life, a person who's already somehow matured, even in terms of the emotional point of your life. And you exactly know what kind of partner you're looking for, and you're type of person that you're that type of person that whichever goal you put on your way, you always follow and go for this. So this card is saying that also a green light for you. So if you've got this image of the partner that you want to get in with all these traits and the criteria that you are looking for in him, then you're good to go. The next card is actually blue tourmaline. So it's also one of my favorite crystals here. So let's see, with the people who actually chose the blue tourmaline, what is expected for you? Okay, the strength. Pretty positive card. Major 8 arcana. The strength. The strength is actually talking about your spiritual power, about your will, the strength of your will. And at the same time, the strength is talking that the relationship, if your partner that you're in now, has actually very strong bond. Also, this card can say that probably one of the partners is actually more of on an aggressive side, not in a bad meaning, but in terms of that probably one of the partners is being more dominant than the other one who's being very submissive. But right now the situation is somehow being controlled by the submissive partner because he knows or she knows how exactly to behave herself in order to be able to get the approval of the dominant partner. In other words, to say, this card describes a complete harmony in the relationship where the energy of plus and minus and the feminine and masculine energy, they're like fulfilling each other, and almost all the decisions in this couple, in this partnership, are being made in a peaceful way after a nice, friendly, let's say the reciprocated understanding or mutual understanding. This card also describes that this relationship that you might be in can be something even more than just a relationship. I mean, this might be a relationship that somehow started with a friendship, or a relationship that has the aspects of friendship, which is actually making this bond even stronger than regular relationships. And if you've chosen this card and if you're a partner, this card promises you a really strong bond relationship based on not only on a partnership and a sex and the emotions, but also in a strong, friendly and friendship-based bond. For single people, this card actually manifests them in terms of that the people, it shows the people with a very strong power of will, but also this card can talk about someone who's very proud and like he knows or she knows exactly what she wants from his partner or from her partner, and all usually never really hurries up to start a relationship, but tries to get into a relationship through very, let's say, that sweet language. In other words, to say he's taken this person, whoever is single, this type of the people are trying to take their time to go into a relationship very slowly, and also like exploring their partner, exploring the beauty of the personal life. But once they find their partner, they can become like they can become like probably the most loyal partners that can ever be there. So the card of the eighth arcana of strength is actually really good card, and for partner and for single people. In terms of that, there's a big circulation of the energy and a power and trust, friendship, and love. So, if you are the one who chose the blue tourmaline, which is over here, We're gonna take a look at this card and see. Okay, the card is the Two of Pentacles. All right, so for partner people, obviously things for partnership or the people in relationship, obviously things are not quite stable going on in the relationship. It's quite unsteady, and there are some decisions should be made in order to improve the relationship. As it more feels like the person or one of the partners is pushing and pulling. In other words, to say, goes back and forth in his or her decisions and doesn't exactly know what she's feeling or he's feeling towards the partner and don't know how to act. And that can mess up and frustrate both of the partners at the end of the day. So that's why what this card is saying is this. This looks like some kind of a subconscious game going on between the couples when one is making a step forward and the other is making a step backwards, or vice versa. So what this card is actually telling you is that in order to stabilize the relationship, you should sit down, talk to each other, but in a very respectful tone and a way, trying to come to a conclusion and come to an arrangement, makes decisions together to actually work on those issues going on in your relationship. Because the relationship wise, it seems like the energy is quite unstable, and this also might be one of those couples, who just can't live without this life dramas, and it's always like on and off. There's always fire, there's always like the tornado in relationship, like they reconcile and then the next minute they break up and then the next minute they come back together. So literally this card is showing instability, but also considering that this is the Pentacles cards, can say that the sex does play a very important part in life of the partners. So I believe I can say it that probably that one of the partner is more into sexual relationship, into sex in the relationship, rather than the other one is emotionally involved. So that might create that disbalance in this relationship. So that's why in order to sort the situation out, they should sit down, like to mature people, and talk to each other and make a final decision whether they should be together or move on. And when it comes to single people, again, for single people, this is the sign of maybe somehow can be a sexual frustration or a sign of a person that cannot find a compatible partner for himself or for herself and always goes back and forth trying to make the right decision. Or even if this kind of people meet someone on their way, they're usually very reluctant. They're usually very, full of doubts to make the first steps or not, what to say or should I say or not, and very, I would say, in terms of the astrological signs, probably this would remind me more of a behavior of a Gemini, Pisces, or even Libra, like where the decision must be made, but there's always an inner conversation and inner discussion. Should I do it or I shouldn't? Do I want relationship or I don't? What am I supposed to do? So the best way that people actually can somehow regulate and calm their energy down could be the sex, because usually this card does indicate that the sexual energy which is coming from this card is very strong. So it's somehow related to your sexual chakra, which is Svadhisthana. So the people usually going for this one, in their life, sex plays an important part, and actually sex can be a quite good key for them to bring this balance to an end with their physical and with their spiritual world. So sex is a key in terms of to calm down and start analyzing the situation in a clear way, without all those doubts that can be very torturous for their mind and soul and mental health. So guys, right now we did this small reading, let's say the small consultation for people who are having some issues with their personal life, and I hope this small reading was somehow a little bit helpful for you, and maybe this can help you to make some certain decisions in your life at this moment. And also I try to give you the brief information about this card. So usually, now let me just try to give you the brief information about the meaning of the card. The Nine of Cups is actually the card of a fulfillment and completeness and the energy of happiness and joy. the dreams are coming true. That's what this card is actually indicating. If this card is coming out in your readings, you can know that it's a green light to all questions that you're asking. The second card is the Major Arcana, which is the Strength. The Strength is also a big indicator of the power of will, and through power of will, whatever you are feeling, whatever you want to achieve, it will be achieved. But all you have to do is try to find the correct and exact way of how to achieve the dreams. Make a plan. That's what this card is saying. Make a plan and don't be afraid. Believe in yourself, but use all your tools or all your resources in your hands wisely in order to achieve your dreams. The third card, as we saw earlier, is the Two of Pentacles, which the Pentacles we know is a very materialistic card. So this card is saying that if it's in terms of the relationship, then it's got more sexual energy in rather than the emotional. But if we talk about the financial situation, then this is exactly what it means. So the Two of the Pentacles, as you can see, is a quite playful card. So which means that it usually shows instability, the absence of certain decisions which should be made in order to overcome this instability and this doubtful period of time. So this card, it means usually instability and the doubts, the decision that should be made in order to make the situation more stable. So guys, Angelo was with you, a spiritual guide, tarot consultant, and a professional massage therapist. Please click like and subscribe to my channel if you wanna have more similar kind of readings, and also you're gonna be able to find my Instagram address down below. Thank you so much for your attention. Hope to see you next time. Next time I'm gonna do another similar type of reading, but that time is already gonna be, next time it's gonna be a little different than this one. Okay, you have a blessed night, and see you soon.